Congress shall now vote for approval of H.R. 8791, the Homeland Terrorism Preparedness Bill. Said bill requests emergency response funding up to and including, this section is classified, dollars to prepare for a national level terrorist attack and or attack from classified. Funding for first responder personnel and vehicles would be doubled if said attack leads to more than 80% of national population being affected by classified. This funding shall commence in conjunction with the first attack on classified or the first large-scale outbreak of classified, dependent upon which comes first. Civilian and military units shall be trained in containment and combat of classified, including irradiated classified with possibility of classified airborne, classified flesh-eating, classified, and or all of the above in such event as classified spewing, classified escape, are released or otherwise become uncontrollable. Air Force units may also be directed to combat said classified due to their enormous size and otherworldly strengths. Should event occur in urban areas, that's classified, far surpassing our darkest nightmares. Should casualties exceed classified, body disposal actions shall be halted and associated resources shall be reallocated to classified underground, classified protected birthing centers. New Bill of Rights shall be drafted and approved by classified. Having now reviewed the bill, I ask you to please cast your vote.
First at 11, a man is fighting for his life after he was reportedly attacked and his face half-eaten by a naked man near the MacArthur Causeway. When police arrived on this truly bizarre scene, they say they were forced to open fire on the alleged attacker and kill him. CBS 4's Tiffany Helberg joins us live from Jackson Memorial Hospital, where the victim is recovering. Tiffany, this is truly odd and a very disturbing story. What do you know?
Cynthia, certainly a first for me in my career. You know, police sources are telling me that the man rushed here to this hospital had no face left, that he was completely unrecognizable after this attack, an attack that the city of Miami police are not officially giving us much details about as they try to put the pieces together of this bizarre puzzle. One police source says it's the most gruesome scene he's ever been at. A crazy case that ended with one man shot dead by police and another one hospitalized. CBS News sources and a Miami Herald News report says it started with two naked men fighting near this MacArthur Causeway exit right next to the Miami Herald building. Investigators say a witness called 911. When the cops arrived, sources say one man was chewing off another man's face, ignoring police orders to stop.
Now, during this confrontation, an officer did discharge his weapon, striking one of the individuals.
But sources say that single bullet was not enough to stop the man from attacking the other's face. They say the cops had to fire several shots to finally stop that man.
That individual has lost his life right now.
Medics rushed the other man to the hospital, leaving behind a strange scene that shut down this exit at the Causeway and backed up westbound traffic all the way to Alton Road on the beach on this busy Memorial Day weekend. Now, I also spoke to Javier Ortiz from the Miami Police Union, and he tells me that that officer on the scene had absolutely no choice but to fire his gun in this case. We're live in Miami. Tiffany Helberg, CBS 4 News.
So disturbing and hard to hear. We'll learn more details tomorrow, I'm sure. Thanks for that, Tiffany.
Airborne, classified flesh-eating, classified, and...
Last week, a 37-year-old Joppa man was reported missing from his home. Investigators started a missing persons search, and yesterday ended up executing a search and seizure warrant on a home in the 500 block of Terrapin Terrace. Inside, they found the remains of the victim. It's identified as Cujo Aguirre Cody. They have arrested a 21-year-old Morgan State University student named Alexander Kinyao. According to charging documents, Kinyao admitted that he had eaten portions of the victim's brain and heart, and investigators found his head and his hands in metal tins in the home. Kinyao has a bail review hearing today in Harford County District Court, and police have scheduled a press conference for 3 p.m.
Horrifying discovery in a Harford County neighborhood. Body parts strewn across 2 different blocks. Tonight, detectives say they could be linked to a missing man. WJZ was first on the scene. Megan McCorkle is live with new details just in from investigators. Megan.
Denise, police served a search warrant this morning at the home of that missing man. Inside, they made a gruesome find. Disturbing discovery, parts of a human body found at this home along Terrapin Terrace in Joppatown.
It's very scary, especially knowing that's so close to home.
Police came to search the house where Cujo Bonsafo Ajay Cody lives. The 37-year-old vanished without a trace from his home last Friday. It was here detectives found a horrifying scene.
They were able to locate evidence of a crime to include human remains.
Even more evidence discovered just blocks away. Police say they also found body parts inside a dumpster here on church property along Trimble Road.
It's very sad. It makes me want to pray for the family members of the person who was deceased.
Members of Town Baptist Church arrived to find services canceled for the night as forensic technicians combed through the church dumpster searching for evidence.
That's what you see on True TV. The crime scenes on True TV. You just don't expect to see it in your own backyard.
Police say a suspect is in custody charged with first-degree murder, but neighbors' nerves are still frayed.
My heart kind of dropped, so this is like shocking to me.
A shock that a horrifying crime happened just a few doors down. And police have just released the identity of that suspect. He is 21-year-old Alexander Kinyua, and we've learned that he has the same listed address as that missing man. Reporting live, Megan McCorkle, WJZ Eyewitness News.
All right, thank you, Megan. The medical examiner will need to officially identify the remains that were found, but police strongly suspect they belong to the missing man.
Airborne, classified flesh-eating, classified, and...
Police officers were called to San Antonio home early Sunday to find Doshi Sanchez, sitting on the couch with a stab wound to her chest and her throat slashed, screaming, "I killed my baby. I killed my baby." She told officers the devil made her do it, police said. A horrific scene was discovered on the bathroom floor. The 3.5-week-old infant boy was found dead, his body dismembered. Flesh missing from his face, and she chewed 3 of his toes off. She severed his head off and ripped out his brain and ate it. The zombie ate other body parts also, then she stabbed herself. San Antonio Police Chief William McManus said Monday, "At this particular scene you could have heard a pin drop. No one was speaking. It was about as somber as it could have been. It's too heinous for me to describe it any further," McManus told reporters. People in the Barry administration are trying to hide a second zombie attack. The zombie's aunt, Gloria Sanchez, said her niece had been in and out of a psychiatric ward but did not say where she had been treated or why. Others are citing postpartum depression as a possible cause. But any woman that has ever had a baby will tell you that they did not want to cut their baby's head off and eat its brains. Source linked below. Leader Ohio 7 on, screech you.
Airborne, classified flesh-eating, classified, and...